Hello and welcome to another Precision Flyer Repairs video. This is the second of my off-the-shelf series where I'm taking engines off the shelf from my display case of those that I have left for sale. The thing about my third loop, which is the remaining loop of track I have, all the rest been sold, is it's very versatile. I can run AC conventional engines, I can run TMCC, I can run legacy engines, I can run DCC engines all on the same loop just by changing a few switches. I can even run just like we played with trains back in the 50s or 60s with the transformers on the floor, which is really important when you have some original Gilbert Flyer that's equipped with, for example, diesel roar and horn or air chime whistle. The reason being is you need that good old sinusoidal curved, full curved AC current that isn't chopped. Otherwise, the speaker in the horn will buzz all the time and eventually burn out. So that is one of the configurations I can run this third loop with. But I diverge. Back to the train of the moment. This is the AC Gilbert 5-digit blue and yellow Freight Santa Fe ABA. It is the 21910 and the 21910-1 and the 21910-2 ABA. And it is equipped with a B unit that has horn and roar. It's one of the few that has a switch underneath it that you can turn the roar off or on depending on whether you like it a lot or it eventually drives you and others in the room crazy. The A unit has two powered trucks, and the dummy A unit in the back just has a headlight that lights up. This set is in excellent condition. It's really in remarkable shape. I mean, a little bit of the original decal on this one side is missing, and a little bit of it maybe on the other side as well, but otherwise it looks and runs terrific. One thing I wanted to point out about this A unit is the trucks of the motors are Lionel American Flyer later production trucks. They're exactly like Gilbert diesel trucks used to be, with two differences. The primary difference is the axle bearings are replaceable, and there's no drilling or milling required to replace them. They just pop out and you can put in replacements, just like the very early American Flyer diesel trucks had replaceable bushings. So one good thing about Lionel American Flyer, when they came out in the 1990s time frame with their diesel engines, they equipped them with trucks that had replaceable bushings, and this one has those. One other difference is the flanges or the rims, the edge of the wheels on these are a little taller than AC Gilbert did. Now that means they're even all the more stable on American Flyer track than the Gilbert trucks were. But when run on S-Helper track like this, which was done to be a little more prototypical than American Flyer original classic track, the height from the top of the ties to the height of the top of the rails is a little shorter than on Gilbert track. And you get a little bit of contact between the edge of these flanges and the tops of those ties. It doesn't interfere with the running. You get a little bit of rumble. If you're running engines equipped with these trucks on American Flyer track, you'd never know. There's no difference. They run as smooth and quiet as ever. On S-Helper track, you can get a little bit of sparking off the wheels. That's because of that little bit of vibration set up of the edge of the flanges making contact with the ties. It actually doesn't create any electrical problem. The pickup shoes keep the continuity strong. The horn doesn't even buzz from those sparks, so you can tell they're very low grade. But in case you see this one spark a little bit, that's because it's on S-Helper track. with that shorter height from the top of the ties to the top of the rails. And it's got the bushing replaceable, or I should say replaceable bushing Lionel American Flyer trucks, which I actually think are an advantage over the old ones, which whenever they wear out, you have to have a specialist mill and drill them. So without any further ado, I just thought I'd run this around for you. It runs very smooth. The roar works, the horn works, it can crawl, it can fly. In fact, if you take off the B unit and the dummy A unit, the A unit will probably launch itself off the curves. But I just wanted to explain those differences for you so you can understand, appreciate them, and if you'd ever need to replace the bushings, it's a simple matter as compared to a more complex one with the original trucks. It does have the 2-position reverse unit as the 5-digit later production Gilbert American Flyer trains do. And there goes the roar. You can see it's a smooth runner. And the roar sounds like a purr. The horn is nice and strong. And as you can see, even that little bit of flange interference with the top of the S-Trax ties is not all that noticeable. And at this slow speed, that contact isn't even generating any sparks. But as I turn it up, you might hear that a little louder, and you might see some sparks from it. Again, if this is run on good old American Flyer original track, you won't see or hear any of that. There we go. Now we'll open it up a little bit. You can hear that roar kicking in. It gets louder as the engine goes faster, just the way Gilbert intended for it to. And the horn gets louder because more power is applied. And now we'll slow it down. It's a very smooth running set. I actually think the Lionel trucks are smoother running even than the original Gilbert trucks. There she reverses very crisply. Gets up and runs nice in both directions. You'll have to forgive me as I'm having to reach down here on the floor to run the throttle and activate the horn. Like I said, that's just like we did as kids with the Transformers. Beautiful set, great shape. And that diesel roar just purrs right along. I think it's pretty ingenious for what they had to work with. And there she goes. One last loop. And that's the American Flyer 5-digit blue and yellow freight set. Presently for sale. And to see the latest list that includes prices for all the items that I have remaining for sale, please feel free to go visit my website at precisionflyerrepairs.com. Thank you very much. And until next time, be healthy, have fun running your trains.